Hello, everyone. This is a recording of the first Thursday class I did last week. We did it at the West Jefferson Community Park. I do classes every first Thursday of the month. Sometimes they're at my house. We've been trying to do them outdoors over the past few months, and sometimes on Zoom when the weather does not allow us to be outside. But this class is essentially ditch and switch and how to remove chemicals from your home. So it was Wellness Appreciation, and we were celebrating wellness and being thankful for our health, the sunshine, the food we eat, our families, all the things that we need to appreciate to stay well. And with all of the interference these days, your body cannot do it alone. For decades, literally everything has been modified, mutated, or supersized. Is it a coincidence that during the time everything became low fat, that obesity increased, not only in adults, but in children too? And let's talk about diabetes. Our bodies don't know how to process chemicals. They don't know how to process synthetics, additives, and processed foods. I've been there. I grew up on Kool-Aid, canned vegetables, and M&Ms. Lots of M&Ms. I fear for our farmers. They have to use chemicals to make a living, to get the yields that they need to put food on their own families' tables. There are already way too many cases of cancer in young farmers right here in our county. And the role that chemicals play in our health is grossly understated. We all need to be intentional about what we put in and on our bodies, and ultimately who is responsible for our health. It's not Weight Watchers, it's not the government, it's not even a doctor. It's you who is responsible for your health. And I'm here to share that we have choices in the food we buy, in the food we eat, how we cook it, and what we reach for in our medicine cabinets. And I'm sorry to go off on a tangent on food, but it definitely contributes to our wellness. So let's talk about other positive changes you can make. And this brings us to ditch and switch. So I talked about living a healthy lifestyle and how it motivated me to transition my house to a toxin-free home. A lot of you asked how to get started, so I'm presenting this class to go over what I've done and what I plan to do to continue ditching the products laying around that might have chemicals in them or not be totally good for us. All natural. The most recent thing I just did was I bought some all-natural sponges. The sponges sitting in my sink have been bothering me for a few years. If you don't clean them often enough, they do what sponges do. They get gross. They also have artificial colors in them and synthetics, and I just switched to an all-natural sponge that's made of loofah and coconut husks for scrubbing. So that's one thing. And because I'm so proud of you for making the effort to be here and put your learn on, there are always things I can offer to you to get you started. Wellness gifts to throw in when you're ready. So something I saw earlier is focus on healthy eating, not dieting. I think you'll be amazed at what happens when you do that. And just so you know, you don't have to do without. You can just ditch and switch instead. There's a worksheet that I can put in the comments to help you ditch and switch and know what the alternatives are. But ditch the Tums or the pills and switch to Digize. We'll talk about Digize a little later. Ditch the chemical-filled, artificial colored drink packets and switch to a drop of Vitality essential oil instead. Ditch processed sugar and switch to natural honey, maple syrup, or agave nectar. You can totally skip the boxed food aisle and just shop the outside of the grocery store. You'll find everything you need there. Ditch things like Airborne and switch to Thieves or Oregano, which are two other essential oils that you can use to boost your immunity. Ditch expensive weight loss programs and diets that don't work or are short-lived, and switch to eating healthy or make your own capsules. There's a capsule called The Skinny that I can share with you if you'd like to know the recipe for that. Ditch the dirty makeup that contain parabens, talcs, bismuth, and even lead, and switch to Savvy Minerals that are actually good for your skin. There's not only a mineral-based foundation, but also now a liquid foundation. It feels really good on your skin. I've been using it for a couple months, and I love it. I was using the mineral-based for a few years before that. Put a diffuser necklace under your nose. If you put an immune boosting essential oil on your necklace, you're protecting yourself all the time from other things that might be around that you may be breathing in. You can either DIY some of these things, or Young Living gives us what we need to ditch and switch, and they're coming out with more and more things all the time. And you can save money by buying these things or doing it yourself instead of buying them at the grocery store. And Young Living offers up to 25% off. If you have a kit, they're 24% off. And rarely do I see coupons from stores or even rebates and things that are at that high a percentage. So the facts. Chemicals are found in measurable amounts in the human body 26 seconds after exposure. And the average woman applies 300 chemicals to her body in a day, and 80 of those are before breakfast. The 10 most dangerous chemicals in our home are air fresheners, chemical cleaning supplies, dish soap, hand soap, deodorant, hair care products. Just turn it around, read the label, see what's in it. See if what's in it are things that you recognize. The side effects of these chemicals are things like lethargy, inability to focus, sleep trouble, chronic inflammation, unexplained pains, stress, and fear. Sometimes it's amazing that just getting chemicals out of your life can have an impact on these things when you think it might be something wrong with your body. But in reality, it's the outside things that are affecting your body. So here's the disclaimer. The information provided here is not meant to prevent, treat, diagnose, or cure any disease or condition. I'm not a medical professional, nor do I claim to be. I'm just simply a wellness advocate who is super passionate about essential oils and all the wonderful things they're doing for my family and for others. Young Living has gotten 64,000 new members just since March. So there might just be something to this. People are really stepping up and joining in and looking out for their own wellness. The statements within have not been evaluated by the FDA. And please consult with your medical provider before using anything that you might be concerned about, drug interactions and that kind of thing. I just want to encourage and empower everyone to make their own health and dietary decisions. You don't have to just listen to what you're being told. You can do your own research, and as far as I'm concerned, the natural way is always the better way. So, chemical awareness. Did you know that the number 2 cause of death in the U.S. is cancer? I don't think that's surprising to anyone. 1 in 3 cases in the U.S. are directly linked to poor diet, physical inactivity, weight, or chemical exposure. The American Cancer Society says only 5 to 10% of all cancer cases are from gene defects or genetic. That means 95% of cancer cases are under our control, our own control. The National Institute of Occupational Health and Safety studied 2,983 ingredients in our products at home, and they found 884 toxic ingredients. 314 of them caused biological mutations, 218 caused reproductive problems, 778 were toxic to the human body, and they knew that 146 of them caused cancer and tumors. But guess what? They're allowed in the United States, even though they're banned in other countries and around the world. So I already mentioned that 26 seconds after exposure, chemicals are found in measurable amounts in the body. These are from, things like the furniture polish you're using, air fresheners, all the chemicals in your home, beauty supplies. And one of the top pollutants in the family home is laundry soap and fabric softener. If you think about it, the laundry soap and the fabric softener you're using, you're exposed to it 24 hours a day. You wear it on your clothes, it's on your sheets, so even when you're asleep at night, you are being exposed to it. So learning about what essential oils are is what really, learning about essential oils are what really motivated me to keep learning and exploring and totally change my lifestyle. I'm eating well now. We have very few, if any, processed foods in our house. I've started a workout routine that I've stuck with for 5 years. Doing different things off and on, switching things in and out as I learn things. So before we dive into what a wonderful world of cleaning, we need to talk about what the essential oils are, where do they come from, and why do they matter. So essential oils are the aromatic, volatile liquids that are distilled from plants. The oil can be obtained from roots, seeds, shrubs, flowers, leaves, trees, and bring health and healing to the body, just like they bring the health to the plant. The chemistry is complex and may consist of hundreds of different and unique chemical compounds. Essential oils were mankind's first means of wellness. They're very powerful, and like I said before, they are what keeps the plant healthy, and they are able to reach every part of our body on a cellular level. Within minutes of using or breathing an oil, they can be found in every organ of your body. And if you think about that, if oils can do that aromatically by breathing them in, the chemicals are doing the same thing. They're reaching every part of your body within 26 seconds. So the fragrance of the oil works on the limbic system, and that's found in the brain where emotions are stored, and they can help relax and clear the mind as well as release emotional trauma. This emotional stuff is amazing for our overall wellness, and they have found profound psychological and physiological effects. So who knew that as you clean your home with oils, you're benefiting you and your family's bodies in so many ways? So there's a starter kit, and it contains 12 essential oils now, and I just want to talk a little bit about each one. So there is frankincense, which is super good for your skin, super good for grounding, one of those great emotional oils. There's lemon, which is a great detox to when you use it in your water. Lavender is the Swiss Army knife of all of the oils. If you don't know what to use, reach for the lavender. There is Digize that I mentioned before, and that is for gut support. That was the oil that convinced Oily Opa, because it calmed down some things that he had going on in his stomach. And he now puts a drop on his tongue every single day as a preventative measure, so that he doesn't need to be on a medication to keep his stomach calm and doing what it's supposed to do. There's peace and calming in the kit now. That kind of speaks for itself. Valor for feelings of courage. It's also great to put in a sleep roll-on to help you sleep restfully and help your spouse sleep restfully because you're not making a bunch of noise. So there are blends and singles in the kit. There's a good combination that basically are the bread, butter, salt, and pepper that you use in your kitchen. You can start out with the basics and get pretty much everything you need in the starter kit. And then you can just go on from there as you learn more. So also within the starter kit, or gifted from me, you get some of the Thieves Household Cleaner. And the Thieves is hands down, I think, everybody's favorite product. Even people who aren't interested in oils are using the Thieves Household Cleaner. It can be used for everything in your home. One bottle lasts forever. Seriously. With just Matt and I here in the house, just my husband and I, we probably only go through a bottle each year, and that's using it for everything. It's super versatile, and it really, really cleans. He even uses it in the barn, and the Thieves oil is in our hand soaps, and I just mix it up a little more strongly, put some Thieves Household Cleaner in it to boost it up, and he uses that foaming hand soap in the barn when he's got greasy stuff going on. But let's be honest, what's most of our holdup on dumping the toxic junk under our sink? We think that green cleaners don't work. Well, friends, let me tell you, the stuff cleans everything. Literally every surface. And Thieves Household Cleaner is natural and a healthy powerhouse that can replace everything under your sink. It's green, ecologically friendly, plant-based, and it includes the Thieves oil, that has cinnamon, clove, lemon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. Just look those up and you'll see what properties those have. And you basically dilute everything so they last forever. The other thing that we've switched out, so to replace the fabric softener, is that I use wool dryer balls. And I've had the same set for the past 5 years, and I'm still using the same set. They're like, $7 or $8 at Marshall's. And I can't even imagine how much fabric softener I would have had to buy over the years. So the savings in fabric softener alone is enough to buy your kit. And not to mention, commercial dryer sheets are toxic. They release harmful carcinogens into the air, and it's a substance capable of causing the big C in living tissue, carcinogens. Just think about your kids being snuggled in their sheets, which were dried with those sheets. And no thank you. Instead, I'll grab some wool dryer balls on Amazon or at Marshall's, and if you get your kit, I'll even gift you a set. This will save you money, again, because you're reusing things and you can add oils to them to make your laundry smell good. In class on Thursday night, we were talking about a hack where you can just use the last few drops of oil from your bottle, or from the bottles of essential oil, and mix them with baking soda and or Epsom salts, and just put that in your wash water, and it makes your clothes smell good. Much better than fabric softener. Lavender, Citrus Fresh, Purification, I keep all of those in my laundry room and switch back and forth depending what I'm washing. I love using lavender on our sheets for obvious reasons, for the restful sleep, and Citrus Fresh or Purification on oily Opals work clothes. There's also Thieves laundry detergent, and there's a hack where you can take the 64-ounce bottle and split it in thirds, dilute it with water the rest of the way, and then that bottle can last forever on your laundry for many, many months. There's also Thieves hand purifier. It's actually rated as a sanitizer now. It kills 99% of germs without any chemicals. Let me repeat that: without any chemicals. Look at the hand sanitizer you are using and see what it could be doing when it absorbs into your skin. There's foaming hand soap. I make my own all the time. Takes me like 3 minutes to fill up our bottles with things that I have in the pantry. And then Young Living also sells foaming hand soap already made up that you can either refill your bottles with. There's a Luscious Lemon. I was just experimenting with my own recipe for that the other day based on what is listed in the ingredients. There's Thieves toothpaste. So once again, get your kit. You can save 24% on the toothpaste. And if you order it on Essential Rewards, which is a monthly ordering program, you can save up to another 25% by getting points back on that. So that are the basics for ditching and switching. The things that I mentioned are all Thieves products. They all have the cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, lemon, and rosemary in them. Thieves in itself is a blend that you can use topically, aromatically, or ingest it. And it also comes in your starter kit. So reach out to me or the person who sent you to this video to see about getting that for yourself. There's also a premium starter kit that includes all the Thieves. It's got foaming hand soap in it. It's got mouthwash. It has toothpaste. It's got 2 bottles of the Thieves household cleaner that I talked about. It's got Thieves spray, and it's got hand sanitizer. No matter whether you buy an oily kit, a Thieves kit, or a Ninja kit, you get a welcome kit from me and an oily reference book to help you with pretty much any question you might have about how to use your essential oils. And then you also have access to our oily community, which you have access to whether you buy a kit or not. We don't just talk about oils. I want to also mention quickly Ningxia Red. It's an antioxidant berry drink. An ounce a day supports every system in your body. So that's something that I highly recommend using each day. So I also mentioned Essential Rewards. That's a $50 commitment each month, but it's totally your choice whether to go that direction. I highly recommend it, but it's not something that you have to do, but I can tell you that it definitely pays off in the long run. So that is it for the Ditch and Switch class. I would love to talk to you individually about your wellness goals and your needs that you've got going on. And don't hesitate to leave me a comment. Reach out to me by direct message. We can get together, and I would love to walk you through the enrollment process and help you feel better overall. Thank you for listening.